Green here with Raymond Radway of the St. Louis Rams, wide receiver. Welcome. Thank you for joining us on iHug TV. He is sitting down with us today for a very specific reason. We are launching Project Hug, a social initiative geared at addressing and assisting society in re-engaging. So, Raymond, we did a little briefing before this interview. I'm going to ask you a few questions, and we'll just have a conversation on what your experience is. With social media. Does it help you or harm you? And give me a little bit about what you think the future of social media is.
I think that it's going to get bigger than what it's already at.
Bigger, 350 million users, and it's going to get bigger than what it already is.
Someone's going to create another social network that we're all going to join, just like Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter.
You could be very right about that. Well, my first question for you is, again, tell me your relationship with social media. How has it directly affected your life? Does it take away or add to the people that you interact with on a daily basis, your friends, your family, your teammates?
It helps me stay in touch and stay in contact with the people in my life that I can't go see on a daily basis. That's not 20 minutes or 30 minutes away from where I stay. So it helps me stay in contact with friends that's in other places and that I can.
Do you got these friends' phone numbers? Like, do you so let's say you don't have a Facebook account, if I remember correctly, but you do have a Twitter and an Instagram account. So I'm guessing when you're seeing these uploads of your friends and families, does it assist you in reaching out to them, or is it once you see their status, once you see that they are having a good day, mom's going grocery shopping, she's good, do you still take the extra time to kind of reach out and still say, or do you just say, oh, she's good, I'll check on her tomorrow? How does,
I mean, as far as having their number, I call them if I have questions. I call them if there's something I need to talk to them about. But the social media is, that's where people express a lot of their feelings. So I like to go on and see what people are thinking and then give my suggestions or give my input on how they're feeling that day.
I kind of love where this is going. So if I was to say, I am having a bad day, you're going to say, cheer up, champ. Is that what's coming?
Something like that.
I love your usage of social media. You see most people, it's not necessarily used in such a positive manner. So I definitely love what you're doing on it. And you told me earlier you do a lot of positive quotes. You do a lot of what's something that you'll put on there if just put out?
Favorite quote that my track coach once told us in the meeting was, change the way you look at things, and the way things look will change. And that's a quote that I find very helpful in my life, and I will feel like it would be very helpful to other folks. So I'll just add quotes like that,
very good,
just to brighten up someone's day and just help them out.
I like that. What about your Instagram? What are we posting picture-wise? Put you on the spot.
Just random stuff. Shoes, me and the guys hanging out, my little girl. Just random pics.
Okay, very good. Shoes, you got a lot of them?
I have a few.
Whoa, that means he's got over 100.
Not over 100.
Not quite. So, like I said, it seems like you are doing some very positive things with Instagram and with your Twitter. Let's kind of talk about it. Let's kind of discuss society and where society is today with our social media. As we know, we've had a tragic event happen just last month with an elementary school, and then we've had some other acts of violence happen internationally. Do you think social media is adding to that problem or that disconnect, or do you think social media just doesn't have an effect on where society's mindset when it comes to addressing and having one-on-one conversations, keeping loners from being loners, still being friends to people? How do you think social media has helped that, or kind of shifted it, maybe not so much?
I mean, social media is taking you away. I feel like it's taking you away from being a loner, because you're gaining more friends by being on this social network. So you have more people to interact with. So if there wasn't this social media, then it would just be you and like the friends that you either had or didn't have in high school. And I think the social media is allowing you to actually reach out to other people around the world and
Okay.
to gain friends outside of the people that you just grew up with in your own setting in your own little area, hometown.
Yeah. You know, I want to say you bring up a very interesting point because, you know, would you know, do you know all 1,500 of your Facebook friends? It kind of, if we say social media is opening this world to us, it's opening it's taking us out of our small zip code, our 75200, whatever it may be, and it's opening the world to us. You know, how often would you say you interact with all of your I like to say so-called Facebook friends, your so-called 1,500 friends? How would you say that interaction is?
I feel like it depends on the person and,
Okay.
and how much time you actually have to actually be on the social media. Is a big part of your interaction with the other people that's on there. So I feel like it's more of your outlook on the whole situation.
How do you feel, you know, you have those young girls who use their Twitters, their Instagram, their Facebook accounts, and they're posting very risque pictures. You know, they're 16, 17, 18 years old, so young girls, very impressionable, and members of our society who we hope to be productive members of our society. How do you think that affects them long term?
As a professional standpoint, it can affect you as far as moving up the ladder in your company or getting a job or not getting a job, because a lot of companies go and look at your Facebook or your Twitter just to see what type of lifestyle you're living. So I feel like it can be negative, but that's where I feel like parents should actually monitor their kids,
right,
their kids' Facebook or their kids' Instagram to minimize the negativity that it can bring to them.
Right. I want to thank you for joining us today. I'm gonna have a silly question for you. I do want to stress to our audience the main goal of Project Hug is we want society to re-engage. We want to start conversations. The best way we found to do that is through giving a stranger a hug. Going up to a stranger who may be having a bad day and saying, "May I give you a hug?" The asking of the question is important because we don't want to impede on people's personal space. So you ask the question, give the hug, and then go from the conversation from there. So Raymond, I definitely want to thank you for joining us. I got something for you. We got a Project Hug shirt just for you. This bright orange. You're going to stand out in a crowd. On the back it says Hug Team Ambassador. You know what you're going to do when you put this on? We're going to give away hugs. Just going to go around and give away hugs. Just to anybody see. Strangers. So, that's for you. My last silly question. I like a silly question. I think silly questions are fun. I'm going to give you our list of hug choices. I'm going to tell you, you know, how we hug it out. As our Hug Team Ambassadors hug it out. And then I want you to make up your own. Or let me know how you hug it out with your teammates or your friends. We're going to show you. We're going to act this out. Show me the church hug. Deacon Brown just gave you the church hug. Okay. So you got the full Monty hug. Again, we want to give these to people who are comfortable moving from the church hug to the full Monty hug. Bring it in. And then you guys nixed my chest bump, so I guess we'll do something else. Now you've got a hug that you do with your teammates, do with your family. Show me what that looks like.
It's the bro hug. You come in with the handshake.
Okay.
And around the back.
Okay. Now, can I linger? Can I do this?
You can't rub.
I can't do the rub?
You can't do the
That's
rub.
That's not part of the bro hug?
It's a quick tap and then we're back out. It's a quick tap.
Okay. I can't do any of the lingering. You told me that was inappropriate.
No.
Okay. Well, again, thank you for joining us. Project Hug TV. Thank you, our audience. Again, you've got your t-shirt. What do you do when you put that t-shirt on?
I'm giving out hugs.
Giving out hugs. Again, Raymond, thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Good luck next season. Off season's in right now.
Yes, ma'am.
You're hitting the weights, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. Thank you, guys.